Morning, this is Brian. Today is Wednesday, May 25th, 2022. I'm here at Mission Trails Regional Park at the old Mission Dam Trailhead parking area. And it's high time for a spotlight on shrubs. So here we are, right in the beautiful parking area. Now what grows along the side of the access road coming in here is our beautiful native California rose, also known as California wild rose, because it's one of a few species of wild native roses here to California. So here we are with this beautiful honeybee right here, Apis mellifera, doing its pollination rounds. We're looking at Rosa californica. Rosa californica is a native, small to very widespread, sometimes quite tall, thicket-forming shrub in the, what else? The rose family, the Rosaceae. So this plant is part of the family namesake, the rose family. So Rosa californica is typically winter deciduous, or at least semi-deciduous, but it might not always be the case. There might be quite a bit of leaf retention in warm winters, and there might be some drought deciduousness as well. But typically, Rosa californica is classified as winter deciduous. In other words, leaves shed off in fall. It's leafless during the winter, or at least partially leafless, and then it leaves out again towards the spring months. So Rosa californica indeed is a rose, and it is a quite lovely, fragrant flower as well. As you see here, unlike those big garden roses at people's yards, they don't have layers upon layers upon layers of flower petals. These are single 5-petal flowers, but indeed this is a real true to life rose, characterized by the pinnately compound leaves, just like a regular garden rose bush, the really sharp prickles. Now botanically these are prickles, not thorns. People call them rose thorns, and it's a quite convenient way to describe them because they're thorny and they poke and they hurt. But botanically these are called prickles, believe it or not. Thorns, spines, and prickles. So these are technically prickles, and just like most rose bushes, these are very prickly. So if you end up having a bushwhack through one, you're going to have pretty shredded up clothes and probably lots of cuts on your skin. So the predominant flower color is purple, and usually late spring, mid to late spring is when these will be blooming, sometimes into early summer. And these can be very fast growing plants, especially when they are cut back and mowed down or disturbed. They can send up shoots really quickly and take over. And they're very widely colony forming plants as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's one major root system connecting these plants. I actually have one of these growing at home. I bought from a native plant sale years ago, and it's doing the same thing. It's forming a little small colony. It's not planted in the ground, it's in a pot. It's in a large rectangle pot, and every now and then it will send up a new shoot. So these are definitely colony forming shrubs. And you see here, very common native to woodland areas and also areas relatively close to water, as you can see right here where the San Diego River is. So pretty close to water, and sometimes a little ways away from it, and especially in oak woodlands and sometimes higher up in conifer forests. So like all your other roses, once the petals fall off, then they start to, then you can see the calyx here persist, the 5-star shaped calyx. You can see, and then the base of it, where the ovary is, starts to swell. You can see the swelling right here is what's going to become the fruit of the rose, called a rose hip. And eventually, these will swell and turn reddish colored when they're ripe. They will have a bunch of little akini seeds in them, little tufted seeds inside of them. And the thing about these guys, their rose hips are edible when they are ripened, and they are supposed to be a very good source of vitamin C. So California rose, again, is one of a few different species of the genus Rosa found here in California. Other species are Rosa woodsy, variety ultramontana, Rosa minutifolia, I think it is, which I think is found in south part of San Diego County. And of course, Rosa californica. Further up north there, I think, believe a few other species, but so Rosa californica. Check my description for a full range of Rosa californica. But it is very common here in Southern California, from low to mid elevations. I believe it could be found up to above 6,000 feet. And I believe I've seen it there before. But coming in May, June, enjoy the beautiful fragrance. Absolutely awesome fragrance this plant gives off. So this is it. Rosa californica, California rose, in the rose family, the Rosaceae. And one more final note about this plant is that when it does go deciduous in the fall, the leaves do change color a little bit too. I've seen this plant change anywhere from yellow to even yellow with reddish hints and orange hints. So there can be some fall color on this plant if you come in the right season, which is usually mid to late fall around here. So there it is, Rosa californica here at Mission Trails Regional Park. And that was a spotlight on Shrubs video with Brian. Hope you found it helpful in identifying our awesome flora here in Southern California. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.